the span of 24 hours, I had one man tell me that nobody will date a girl with a kid. And then I vented to another guy about the person who said that. And then
before I even let her finish, she said she went on a date with a guy and he played her about having a kid and nobody's gonna want her. And then she talked to another guy and vented to him about it. What does that say about the second guy?
Yes, I'm a simp.
A low self-esteem having beta male simp. Don't be this guy, fellas. I don't want to hear about no other dude.
I don't want to hear that shit.
What the f*** you telling me for?
what?
Why are you being the ear for her nonsense and the shoulder to cry on when you know you really like her? No. And this guy probably genuinely think if I just, listen to her and hear her out, and be a good, genuine dude and give her some sound advice, she might like me one day. It's never gonna happen.
He told me no, that's not true. But a man doesn't want to date a girl who has slept with a lot of guys.
My nigga.
That probably was the moment the beta finally grew a pair. Like, I'm tired of hearing about these other dudes. Nobody's gonna want to date you, not only because you're a single mother, it's because you got a high body count, you're slower.
You're a whore.
He finally got fed up. I'm proud of him.
I just found out this morning that my whole relationship with my boyfriend could have been a lie, so we're gonna go break up with him.
It's given he was never her boyfriend to begin with vibes. And this is the situation a lot of cute girls get stuck in. I mean, weird eyebrows, but she's still kind of cute. They chase after Long Stick Rick and Heartthrob Rob, and he plays with their emotions and get them to believe that they're actually in a relationship. But anybody with half of a brain can tell that it's just a situationship. And when he gets out of boinking you, he's going to just ghost or find a way to get away from you. And she actually thinks she's about to go break up with the guy. But the kicker is she never was with him in the first place.
Do you realize how supercalifragilisticexpialidocious stupid you look?
Pretty much, I got a text from my ex telling me Noah getting with me from the beginning was just for fun.
Facts.
Like a little game.
Mm-hmm.
What the actual... I'm just going to his house to, find out the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
It's like a dare. Who can get with her? Let's do some black eyeliner.
So now she's about to go embarrass herself even more and get kicked off of somebody's property and get the police called on her. See what they do to themselves? And then one of you guys that's listening might see her out and about like, man, she cute. I wish I could get with her if you only knew.
I literally just want to, murder my feelings.
That doesn't even make sense.
If I go to his house and he tells me that it's true, I'm done. I'm human too. You don't get to mess with my emotions.
Okay, all the guys that you played and ignored in your inbox, were they human? No, of course not. All the guys you laughed at when they tried to approach you and just be like, hey, can I take you out? I think you're really pretty. Were they human? Of course not. But when they get played by Chad and Tyrone, they want to talk about who's human and human decency and shit. Ain't that convenient?
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Women are way more pathetic than simps when it comes to Chad and Tyrone. Nobody ever talks about it though.
Okay, then let's come at this from an entirely different perspective. Quick context, I asked the question, is a smile and a wave enough to break the ice to let a guy know that you would like to talk to him? The answers are mixed. Answer unclear. So let's try to reimagine the scenario that I described. Basically what happened was I was about to cross the street. On the other side of the street was a very attractive man. I wanted to do something to strike up a conversation, but I chickened out, and so I was like, okay, how can I make this easier for myself in the future? And the way that I thought about making it easier was, okay, what if I just do a little smile and a wave, and maybe that'll be enough of an icebreaker for the person to at least talk to me. Now, I still think this works, but again, let's try a different idea.
Before we start on that different idea, I usually don't do this, but I'm just going to say it because it's just obvious. This woman is very attractive.
Show me your tits!
And I don't like saying stuff like this because these bitches get gassed enough on a daily basis. But you know what? F it. I'm making a point here. I'm going somewhere with this. How effed up is she where she has to come on the internet and ask for advice on how to snag a man looking like this? These are the questions you have to ask yourself, fellas. Be honest, how many of you would take that leap with her if she smiled and waved at you? A lot of you dudes' hearts would melt. And I get it, man. You don't get much attention, especially from an attractive woman. So you'd be ready to empty your bank account if she smiled and waved at you. despite all this, manosphere stuff. You have to be able to look at a beautiful woman like this and not let it have an effect on you where you're simping. If she gotta ask for tips online about how to get a guy, yeah, something is way off.
What would I have to do if I was crossing the street and I saw a man? And do I stop traffic? Do I plant my feet in the middle of the crosswalk to be like, hey, I think you're really cute and I want to talk to you. Hey, what's up?
You know this guy that she's talking about look like a movie star. She doesn't give me the vibe that, she gets in a frenzy over 7s or 8s. Can you imagine how many hearts this woman has broken in her lifetime? And can you imagine how many SIMPs are in her comment section trying to shoot their shot? When women get all this attention and, validation, the chances of her ever being a good wife is slim to none. A good girlfriend, probably slim to none.
Do I do something silly? And I turn around and I start walking with him in the opposite direction. I'm like, you just look like you needed help crossing the street. Do I throw an invisible lasso at him and draw him towards me? Let's say this is the dream scenario. Let your imagination run wild. You see a woman coming towards you who you think is attractive. What do you want her to do in that situation?
Okay, yeah, let me know in the comment section. I'll go first. A smile and a wave is actually a really good one. It's simple, to the point, and I think it makes it pretty clear because guys can be really bad about picking up on women flirting because it's so rare for the average man. So yeah, a smile, a wave, and I screw the fuck out of them.
You know why I'm not a feminist? Because if I were a feminist, I would have to shovel snow like this asshole. Brian, you.
Let me guess, if anybody called her out on this misandry, she would say, oh, it's just a joke and he was in on it. It's all in good fun. No, it's not. You're on a public platform disrespecting a man who's shoveling your snow.
You women are horrible.
So even if he agreed to this, he's still looking like an idiot and a punk on the internet for thousands to see. So either way, it makes the man look bad, whether he's in on it or not. It's not okay, people. It's not okay. Stuff like this actually do piss me off, though. But I guess I should be more mad at him than anything, right? I also want to say, man, women love punishing nice guys. If you go out of your way for women and, do things for them and they can always count on you, they resent you. They don't appreciate you. And that's why so many women don't deserve respect. Because a lot of them don't give it and a lot of them don't appreciate decent people.
Hey, repeat after me.
Creepy.
I'm allowed to do what's best for me, even if it upsets people.
Nobody cares about that.
I don't require much. However, that doesn't mean that I deserve nothing. Let's think about that.
Sorry, can't get past the 2 cow rings in your nose. I have 3, babe.
Burn. That was so clever. I wonder how long it took her to come up with that comeback. Because it definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame of comebacks. Would you guys boink a woman like this? I'm curious.
1, 2, 3. Did we miss kindergarten?
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why?
That's a really good question. You guys had it made. Clean up for a couple hours, make some food for a couple hours and you're in there. Maybe blow your man's popsicle, at bedtime and you were set for life. This was the dumbest ever to fight for the right to work.
Why did we do that?
I don't know.
I am so tired.
Wait till
I
you get
want to
40.
just put my feet up. Oh my god.
You know what's funny? I've never seen an attractive person talk. It's always the Shrek and Rumpelstiltskin looking f***ers that got the most to say about looks.
Well, I've had a few women say that I'm a hot piece of man meat, and I'll say it. You look gross. The tattoos, the piercings, you're repulsive. So boom, I just broke the stereotype.
You get to say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.